What's going on, my people? Just gonna get my video up on Twitter so my peoples could come and we could chop it up and break down this slate. This is what we do. 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 Whatever. Alright, that's done. Hold on. What's up, man? What y'all talk about? Let me see who's in here so far. Movie Hood, 300 gang. You know I hit 300 again last night. Definitely was on 300 last night. But I didn't even bet big. I was over it. I realized that not watching these games mixed with not breaking down the slates is just not in my best interest to bet big, because you have to watch the games and you have to break down the slates to be successful. Unless you got a calculator or what they call it, optimizer or whatever. And I don't got none of that. So I just was betting light after I took a couple L's, got my work week. I'm done working till like next week. You know what I'm saying? I clump my days together so my days off could be together. That's how I do it. I work 3 days a week. I get to the bag, and I like when I'm working, I'm working. When I'm off, I'm off. You know what I mean? So we gonna get into this slate. For the last couple nights, I've been doing a little better. My points been a little better because of a different approach, and I'm just gonna share it with y'all. Every time I think I got an edge, I come on here and I share it with y'all. Try to get all my people to that money. You know what I mean? Tori J says, "Welcome back, fam." Tori, I'm here. P Train, what's good? Peace to you, man. Gabe Santana, we're here for this trash slate. Yeah, man. Be legendary. What's up? What's good? Let's open it up, man. I'm not gonna turn a 3 day slate into a whole shabazz. All right. Milwaukee versus Orlando, and I'm gonna do both sites because I'm more invested on Fanduel now. It's just better opportunity to win. Draftkings, between the pricing for one, the contests for two, how they top heavy, and it's like I just feel like on DraftKings it's just more geared for like people with the tools that's making these lineups and their intentions to take something down. Me, I just play for fun, for a profit, try to get to the money, build a slow bankroll, and DraftKings makes that very hard for me. I've been realizing that, but I won't give up because I'm coming for a takedown. So we're gonna see what's up. Milwaukee versus Orlando. 5K. I do like Bledsoe, and you know we can keep the 6 time thing going to 6 times your price, but I don't think that's a winning strategy right now because with 3 games, playoff basketball, and teams playing hero ball, you're not gonna get 6 times from all your players anymore. The guy with the ball in his hand all the time might get you 10 times. We see Jamal Murray go off at 8K for 80. You know what I'm saying? And the rest of his teammates will get you 4 or 5 times. So you need all those 10 time guys. We got to get those guys that have the usage, who the team is gonna say, listen, we facing elimination. It's your turn. We got to get those guys in the lineup. And then once we secure those guys, we got to come up with a strategy to surround those guys with players who won't sink our lineup. All right, so that's my approach now. All this 6 times is cool and dandy or whatever, but I just don't feel like it's a winning strategy anymore because these teams have 2 and 3 players that they go into. 1 or 2 is no longer a 5K guy might get to 30 or whatever because he's not. He's not. He's not gonna get there. We look at people like Fournier. Yeah, he might get there if he gets some steals, blocks, and hustle his ass off and shit. But the ball not going in his hands. He out, it's just weird. It's weird. It's going in Vucevic hands, and you get lucky if you get the right point guard or the right person playing defense that's gonna scrape up all the steals, and especially on FanDuel, you're getting 3 points for steals and blocks. So if you get the right person that's gonna get those, and this get 4 steals and 2 blocks, that's 18 off the rip. You know what I'm saying? So these are the things that I'm looking for now. The 6 time thing is cool during the season when it's 12 games and you have teams that's actually playing team basketball and you can see the couple plays being called for certain people. But right now, deep into the first round, I don't know about this 6 time thing. But I'll still use it as like a guide, right? This guy here, we see 4 games, right, that they played so far. 4 games. His minutes has not surpassed 28. And when it did get to 28, it was the closest of all the games. All right. So if this game stays close, now look here, he got 37, but he got 3 steals. Is he gonna get another 3 steals? I don't know. I don't think so. It depends on who's handling the ball. If it's inside out from Vucevic kicking out, you might get some deflections. Augustine had a lot of turnovers last game, but he's not that irresponsible with the ball. Fultz, I don't know. I don't know what to make of Fultz. Fultz is going through a transformation where he's getting his NBA game into form, and every game looks more confident, more comfortable. He's looking like a better player. So I don't know. It's hard for me to scout what's going on with Markelle Fultz. But my thing is, if this game stays close and Eric Bledsoe gets 30 minutes, I'm pretty confident that he can get you into the 30s and not sink your lineup. Even in low 20s, he gets you to the mid 20s, almost 30. For 5K, I don't hate the play. I can't say I love it. It's all about strategy. So I have a lineup. Now, I will build a lineup here based on the best strategy I feel for the night, but it's not the Bledsoe strategy. But I do have a lineup on Fanduel where I got Bledsoe and Middleton in the same lineup. Now, Middleton price on Draftkings is still like 8K. I don't know what DraftKings are doing. If they just lazy over there, they don't want to put work into their pricing of their players. But Paul George could go off 4 games with 20 fantasy points, and his price just goes up every game. So I'm like, what the heck? Like, they like to talk about competition or whatever. Why are they not fixing the prices based on the results? That's what we got used to as fantasy players. I used to bank on players busting, knowing that all right, next game they got a better matchup, so I hope they do bad this game and they price drop. So next game I could. But now the players will do nothing and their prices will go up. So I'm confused. It just makes me feel like I have to adjust, you know. But if you think this game stays close and it's a nitty game, a Bledsoe Middleton on FanDuel. Now Bledsoe and Middleton on DraftKings is gonna cost you what? 8 plus 6, almost 14,000, 13,000. That's a heavy price, but I don't think Bledsoe is sick. You season long, he's getting to about 30 in the 5K range. You just need in the 30s from him. I think he has that potential. The minutes concern me. You have to be mindful that being that it is playoff and George Hill is a veteran and he's not no scrub, he got to get 20 something minutes, 23, 19 minutes, and it's him and Bledsoe. I don't think I've seen them on the floor together. I haven't really been watching these last couple games because I've been at work, but you know, it makes me like him more because he's cheaper and he can get me to 20 at 3 something. 4K get me to 20. If I got the high usage players, I could do something with that. You know what I mean? So it's not just 6 times no more. It's just strategy and what you predict the game is going to turn out to be, which is hard. At this point, it's not much skills anymore. It's chance, right? So um, that's how I feel. All right. And then other than those two, I wouldn't mess with Matthews, Connaughton, DiVincenzo. So not only are they not the go-to for their teams, they're really there for defense, and the ball is not in their hand enough. The chance of them getting fantasy points are just incidental stuff. Hit a 3, get some steals, and it's hard to predict that. It's just throwing darts, all right? Middleton at 7,800 needs to get 40 at least, all right? In the last 2 games, he got just about 40. Something to note that I did notice, even though I'm not like crazy watching the game, but I did see a little bit of the last game. And what I do know is Middleton's fantasy output is dependent on James Ennis being on the court. We don't see Ennis too much on Giannis. They've been using like Clark on Giannis. This game when he got to 38, Ennis got ejected. And in this game when he got to 39, Ennis was on the bench because they were behind and they wanted more offense on the court. And that comes with a sacrifice now because people like Middleton don't have that strong defense. And he has more opportunity to go off. But in the first 2 games where Ennis played heavy minutes and he did well, we saw suboptimal numbers from Middleton. And that's just my observation. So that's just something I wanted to share. I'm not paying 7,800. I don't think that's wise right here. And then Giannis is a walking 60. He's averaging 63. He's the guy. He's one of those guys that I'm talking about. You just got to get in your lineup. You know what I'm saying? The ball is going to be in his hands. He doesn't look. He takes 14 shots, he still gets to 60. He takes 23 shots, he gets to 60. He's gonna get the rebounds. They play him as a big. The ball goes through him, so the assist should be there. He'll get some defensive numbers. If you could build a lineup around him, he's one of those people you throw in and then get balance and get high usage guys. He's 11K. I won't say I'll go to him right away, but I do have him in most of my lineups. Matter of fact, let's get him, right? That's the type of guys that we say we need. Let's put him in there right now, see what we could work with. Brook Lopez just never has success against good defending centers. I said that since game one, and only one game he mustered through an 8 for 12 performance, but he barely even got to 30. He's been in the low mid 20s. We can look at the scrimmage play and say, oh, he was balling, and we can get hung up on that and go back to Brook Lopez if we want, but for DFS purposes, I'm not going to advise people to go too crazy about it. I don't think it's wise. All right? Let's check out Orlando point guards. Fultz, like I said, he's finding his game. At 5K, he's been no less than, 25? I think he had like one game when he was like really bad. 13. He went 2 for 9. It was a massive blowout. He still got his minutes, though. The minutes are there. Getting about 30 minutes. He's fouling quite a bit. He fouled out the last game, but the assist numbers are there. He's rebounding. His percentage is up a little bit. He's playing defense. He's getting defensive numbers at 5K. I think mid-20s will be acceptable. I don't love him. I just, when it comes to these two, I think him and Augustine are pretty equal. They both had their one game where they got 13. Augustine had two. He had a 13 and a 19. If we're gonna I just got other day I went to the casino. I just learned this baccarat game, and they have this screen on the side. Like you bet. I don't know. You have to know how to play baccarat. I'm not gonna get into a big tutorial, but the reason I mention is because they show trends when the player wins and then when the it's like player versus dealer or whatever. And they show trends and you look at the trends and you try to bet, right? So we see 30, then we see 20, then we see 30 again, then we see 13. So based on just that, I would say go back Augustine, but that's not enough. That's just could be coincidence. But more importantly, the minutes are there. He's still in the 4K range. He got 30-point upside. He can do everything as well. He can get to the line when he wants to. His shot percentage could be up when he's in his bag. And I think they need him more than anybody else. So that's like my favorite value play. In 7 games, he's averaging mid-20s against them all year long. My favorite value play is DJ. On the Magic, at least. If I had to pick between him and Fultz, I'll go him. I'm not ready to just lock him in yet because he comes off the bench initially, and then it's just like trying to find an answer for Giannis, depending if they're down or up. Do they want more defense? Do they want more offense? Are they going to let Fultz run the show? Is it a Vucevic kind of situation? There's so many variables that we just want to be very careful. All right? And then Fournier and Ross, again, these incidental. Fournier finally got to the 30s, but everything else been in the teens, low 20s. I'm not interested. Ross, similar story. Ross actually has been getting a lot of minutes for a bench guy, and his he shot 4 for 14 and ended up with 19. But when he's shooting 40 to 50%, he'll get you mid 20s to 30s. There's no real upside, man. Before we go looking for these 4K guys, 6K even, we want the guys that's heavily used, that has the upside potential, and it's just not him. So might come back and pick Ross later on. But for right now, let's get these guys that the ball is just in their hands all the time, right? Now, Ennis, I do like him as well. The first 2 games when he got minutes and he was comfortable, he met 6 time at this price. If he gets minutes and he's comfortable, I'm almost certain that he should be able to get to 6 time again. The thing is, when they fall behind and they need offense, they don't really go to him. He's not 2 for 8, 3 for 9. He's not really a big offensive guy. He gets his on the defense, maybe on the boards. So that's a little bit discouraging, right? But I mean, for 4K, for a guy like that who they need his defense, I don't hate the play at all. Same thing for Gary Clark. My observation has showed me that Clark is the best defender on Giannis. Nobody can hold him. He's almost unguardable. His size, strength, athleticism is just too good. But when Clark is on him, I see him more disturbed. When I watched the last game and they pulled Clark, He was on the bench. He was like trying to be humble, but he was frustrated. He was like, yo, I came out, I shot well. I've been shooting 50% from the field. I got this guy a little bit subdued, allowing Vucevic some space and to do his thing. What y'all taking me out for? It's not like my offense is starting to match my defense. You know what I'm saying? He's playing all right. He's doing decent. They pulled him out. As soon as they pulled him out, the league blew up. They made a run, came back. They took out Ennis and Clark and these guys and brought in they brought in some offense. They brought in like the Ross and these guys. They had Ross, Fultz, Augustine. Yeah, they brought back in Augustine, but he was just turning over the ball. They had Vucevic out there, and they got smacked. They got smacked. You know, so I probably like him more than Ennis only because I see more potential with him. My biggest thing about him is every game this series, like literally, all his shots been from downtown. Okay, 4 for 12, 4 for 12, 1 for 5, 1 for 5, 2 for 4, 2 for 4, 4 for 8. So he's just shooting threes and playing defense. Literally 3-and-D kind of guy. Can't say I love that. I can't say I love that, but he's definitely to be considered. Gotta show him some love. Vucevic is who I would say let's look at him now, okay? He's going to get 20-something shots per game. You see his assist numbers, which means I'm right? The game is going through him inside out. The rebounds are going to be there. This game right here on the 22nd, he only got to 32. The game was just blown out of proportion early. He still got the 36 minutes, though. Still got his 20 shots up. The rebounding wasn't there, and the assists weren't there. Even the scoring. The scoring wasn't even that much. He needs to score 30 points. Whenever he scores 30 points, we're going to be happier from a DFS point of view. I don't know if that one game could discourage me. I don't see Lopez giving him such a hard time. I still think that he's getting to it a little bit. He's the highest usage player on his team. If I could pick the highest player, if I could afford to fit all the high usage guy into my lineup, I'll just do it and sit back and enjoy the show. But they're expensive. So we got to be strategic. We got to find the right ones. And that's been my approach these last couple of days, and I've been doing a little bit better. So, see if we can keep it going, man. See if we can keep it going. Haywood said, let's effing kill it. Let's go. Christopher Nolan, let's get this chicken. That's what I try to do every night. I have a feeling Middleton will have a day. I got Middleton in one lineup on FanDuel. I'm not big into this Middleton shit no more. The big game I like for tonight is this Houston game. And apparently they're saying Westbrook might play. He has a small chance. That would just kill my whole strategy, and I'll be so pissed because I spent the entire night putting together combinations big on that game, knowing that the Rockets Thunder game has been a fantasy gold mine. And if Westbrook plays, all that strategizing will be out the window. Chantel, me call right back. All that shit will be out the window. Alright? Let's see what y'all talking about. I never trust Bucks bench players. I don't blame you. Pass on Middleton. Yes, Birch a better value player than DJ. Birch is just garbage time guy. I don't know if I can agree with that. I mean, at 3,200, what has he done? Oh, he has this one game and he got to 20. What did he do? He had 4 assists. Oh yeah, that's the big. I mean, the score doesn't imply. The score shows that they only lost by like 6. What's that? 14. But that game was way out of hand, way early. I don't see it. I don't see it. I wouldn't touch Birch. Gordon is officially out. Nice. All right. So then we know Ennis and Clark should get their opportunities. They Barnes and Ennis up there, not sleeping on him anymore. Clark hits the boards. I like Clark, man. I like Clark. I like Vucevic. He's a usage guy. I like Clark. I like Vucevic. Birch more of a punch player. Yeah, I'm not punting. If I don't see the opportunity, like my favorite value player of the slate is Dwight Howard because I feel like that game will be out of hand early. And even if it's not, Dwight Howard always get just enough minutes to not sink a lineup for 30-something hundred. So Dwight Howard is my value guy. I just feel like he's gonna get the minutes, and if it blows out, he'll get even more minutes. If it doesn't, he still gets the minutes. And it's Dwight Howard. I don't have to guess. He'll get some rebounds, a block or two, especially on FanDuel, where blocks mean more. So that's it. That's just how I feel about that one right there. Houston versus OKC. This is my favorite game. I'm heavy on this game. Let's check out the Houston guys. James Harden is 12K. He's the usage guy, okay? I I would be careful getting too caught up on this 15 assists. It's the only game that he's done it. But he makes up in other ways. If he doesn't do that, he'll get you 40 real life points. The problem is that 12K, even a 55-60, when you know that Giannis is more guaranteed for that. If you're choosing him as your pay up, it could put you in a situation where the adjustment is to let the other guys continue to beat them because they know they got this Dort Motorsport. Never been a Dort. They had Dort on him, and Dort does a pretty good job on him. So what we saw is that his assist numbers go up because he realized, oh, I gotta get the ball out of my hand. This dude is like stifling me a little bit. And then, other guys are open and starting to hit their shots. He's getting 4 steals, 3 steals. I mean, if you pay that 12K and you get 50, 49.75, you could be in trouble. 51, you could be in trouble. So, it's just not one of my favorite pay-ups. I'd rather get his teammates who also have high usage. Guys like Eric Gordon. Now, Fanduel, I more like his price. Here, not too much, right? The fact that he's getting 40 minutes and throwing up 20 shots a game is appealing to me. His defensive numbers have carried him into the 30s barely, but if he doesn't have them, we're going to be in trouble. But I just feel in my bones that Eric Gordon is due for a game where he's much better shooting the ball. You understand? He's due for that Paul George moment, and it could be tonight. But at 6K, it's just a little bit above my comfort zone. I'd rather go down to some house, get a little bit of a discount. He's still getting to that 30, 33 more consistently. And he does it effortlessly. He'll get some rebounds. He'll score in the teens into the 20s. And he might get some more defensive numbers. He hasn't even been getting defensive numbers, and he's still getting to 30. So that's a lot, man. You got to throw some Daniel House in there and not feel too bad about it. The high usage, high minutes, peripherals, the opportunity, everything is just falling in place for Daniel House to have a good game. And I like it. Covington price finally is falling back into a comfortable range. I don't know where they get 65, 70, 100 from. But now that he's back into the 5K area, I don't know what happened in this game here. He only played 19 minutes. But other games, upper 20s. I'm not going to chase the best game that he's had at 28. If that's his ceiling and he's like 5,700, I'm a little bit cautious. I'm not trying to get 25 for almost 6K. All right. Then we got to look at Jeff Green now, 5K. In this series, he's averaging 30. He's another guy. Every other game, he wants to do something. But what I like about Jeff Green is the minutes are there, mid to upper 30s. So he's playing a lot of the minutes, okay? He's getting rebounds. Whenever his assist numbers are 3-4 assists for a big, that's good. We'll take it. Last game, he only scored 10. He went 4 for 10. So all it takes is a better shooting night. People forgot about him because he only got 21. They're discouraged. Oh, my God, I trusted Jeff Green. He sunk me. But he's one of these house kind of guys. His role is the same. Just stand in the corner. Stand in the corner. Jack up a bunch of threes. And hope that they go in. So I like him. I'll pull him over. I like him in house, knowing that the rebounds and all the dirty work is going to go through them. Let's see what we could get out of that, right? And then who else is to be considered? PJ Tucker, another guy. The minutes are he's averaging 6 times, right? The only thing is he doesn't really get into the 30s. He had a double-double, all right? And still just got to 27, which is cool. 4K, 27. I mean, trying to get these heavy price guys in there. I'll probably take out Jeff Green and more so go PJ Tucker. Knowing that Tucker actually starts, he's getting the same amount of minutes in the 30s and 40s, and he has the same opportunities to do the same thing that Green is doing. The only thing with Tucker, though, you're not going to get assists, but not with Green either, right? You might get 3 or 4, but Green is more of an athlete than Tucker is. Green will get you more assists, potentially. But they'll get you the same amount of rebounds, the same amount of points. If Tucker corner pockets start hitting, you could be in for a 30-point night finally. This might be the night. All right? His floor is just about 20, which is 5 times value. And it looks like foul trouble has been like hurting his defensive numbers a little bit. So say he just comes out with the intentions not to foul as much as 3-pointers start hitting. You never know. We get a 5 for 7, 4 for 9 type of night. We could get into the mid mid-30s. Why not take a chance on some PJ Tucker? You know what I mean? I'm upset that they don't have either one of them as eligible for power forward because none of them are really centers. But it's DraftKings doing DraftKings shit. Whatever. Who cares? I like Tucker. Like Jeff Green. Like House. I like this whole team outside of James Harden because they're all so cheap and they're going to play 40 minutes and they distribute so well. So if you stack this game and it stays close, you should be in the money. I'm serious. It's just it's what the trend has been. This has been the game. This has been it. All right. OKC, Chris Paul for 8,100. It looks expensive, but he's the usage monster on the team. All right. I'm again at 8K. I'm not caring for the 6 time because I don't see it in all my pay ups. What I can say is that outside of this one game here where I don't even know what was different. He only scored 14 points and had 2 assists. No defensive numbers. I expect him to continue to be in the 40s. It's an expensive price, but I expect it. I like him more on Fanduel, where you have more salary, and I think he might be a little bit cheaper. But 8K, I like it. He's the leader of the team, all right? But if you want to save some salary, you get some Shea. You're getting similar outputs, 40s and 50s. You're getting even more. But what's impressive about Shea is the rebound numbers, okay? He's playing a little bigger. Rightfully so, because Houston is so much smaller. So they need their guards to play a little bigger. He's getting rebounds. He's getting assists. Look, when the defensive numbers are there, he's in the 50s. Without the defensive numbers, he settles into the 40s. Game 1, he's a young guy. He shook off the playoff rush. The usage is there. He's playing 40 minutes every game. They're not taking him out. He's young. He got the energy, the athleticism. There's no reason not to like this guy. This team will not do good if this guy doesn't have a good game. Same thing for Dennis Schroeder. He's playing minutes into the 30s. Last game, he only played 31. He still was able to make value for that price, but if they need him, I think this game went to overtime. That's why he got the extra couple minutes. But from what I see, they need Dennis to play well. The first 2 games, he struggled with his shot, and he didn't take that many. 12 shots, 12 shots. Now he's taking 16 to 23 shots. He's getting to the line. The assist numbers are there. One game he had rebounds, the next one he didn't. You know, if he gets some more rebounds tonight, I like it. I like a Shea Dennis stack. I like Chris Paul too, but the fact that Chris Paul is so expensive, it's like a Harden factor where I could fade him and get his support cast and then run with that. All right. Then Gallo has shown a lot of success against this team, but I mean, Gallo seemed to have a safe floor. I wouldn't pay too much into this 14 right here. He had a 3 for 10. He didn't get too much peripherals, no rebounds or anything. But I did see that game because it came out a little early. Before I had to go to work, and it looks like Gallo got to take a step back. It looks like for Thunder to win, it has to be a 3-guard attack to match that of Houston, where they're just heavy powered. And Gallo is a big, and I don't know. It just doesn't instill that. For that 6K, I get the same vibes as Eric Gordon. Just a little too expensive for comfort. You know, we're looking from mid-30s into the 40s. The fact that his floor could be, I wouldn't call 14. You know, I would say that was just a bad game. They still won because Dennis and those guys showed up. But look at 25, right? 33, I'm still not excited. I need that 39 from game 1, and that's the game they got smacked. So if you're telling me that Danilo is going to do well and they get smacked, it's just discouraging. I don't love it. I don't hate it, but I don't love it. Dort for 4,200 is decent. He's going to take a bunch of threes that he's going to miss most of them. They're just letting him shoot threes. If his shots start falling, then great. The fact that he's the primary guy for James Harden means that he can foul out early. And you see the 5 fouls here. This game here where he got 25 fantasy points, that'll be great, man. You throw some Dort in, he's going to get heavy minutes because he got to be on Harden. He's their best defender. The 3 blocks definitely help. Again, those blocks, each one of them could have easily been a personal foul, all right? So they probably, not as a big conspiracy guy or anything, but it's clear that the referees sometimes use their whistle to control the competition of these games. So depending on how whistle happy they get, it might be 3 blocks, it might be 6 fouls, you know? It just depends. I don't love the Dort play. He's just not a fantasy kind of guy. Basley, we clearly see that he doesn't have a role. He's there so guys can catch their breath. Just not the kind of guy you want. Steven Adams at 5K might be a steal. This last game, he didn't really get too many minutes. The game before that, he got 35 minutes, and he got 13 rebounds. The fact is, he's going to get a lot of rebounds. This game only, I don't know why he played less minutes. Not quite sure. But if he gets his run in the 30s, this game was overtime, so this doesn't really count. And then, I don't know. If he gets double-double at 5K, he got 30 points easy. It's too many center, especially with value, that I like to say I'm going to go with Steven Adams. But 5K Steven Adams, I mean, any given night, he can erupt and get you where you need to be. So you definitely want to consider some of that. All right. Agreed on Dwight. Played him last game. Yeah, Dwight Howard is my favorite value. Think having Vooch and Clark in the same lineup is a negative correlation. Listen, my advice is to fade that game. Get Giannis and keep it moving. Vooch is not going to be in my lineup by the time I'm finished making it on him. What is Gordon's production with both Russ and Harden? He's in one of those guys standing waiting to shoot. The thing is that they're going to keep Harden. The thing is, when Harden get rest right now, Gordon is like the guy, right? He's handling the ball and he's the guy. When Russell Westbrook plays, Gordon is not that guy. It's Westbrook. And they kind of make sure one of them is on the court at all times. Gordon production is going to go way down. Way down. I'm having a tough time deciding between OKC guards. Stack them. Me too. I'll say stack them. Tucker went 3 for 8 on threes. If he knock a few more down, then he good. Yeah, Tucker's cheap enough to give him the go. Adams giving Tucker that work. That's why he's in foul trouble. Oh, yeah, yeah, of course. If you're telling me Tucker is your biggest guy on the court, going against Steven Adams, which is a true center in the NBA, I can see that you have a hard time there. What up, my guy? Marquis, what's good? Nah, Thunder have been liking the smaller lineup. Limit Adams minutes. Yeah, that small ball thing. That's how you got to take it to to Houston. Lakers versus Portland. I have no interest in this game like that, guys. It just leaves a bad taste. I just don't see it, man. I don't see Portland playoff ready. You know, CJ Mack is gonna be chalked tonight, and I think I'm a little excited about it. I have him in one Fanduel lineup just to kind of hedge my bets, just in case. For some reason, he turns into this monster, but I don't see it. I don't. When him and Lillard play, it's harder for Green and what's the dude name? KCP to get on him. But when those guys don't play, this guy he's gonna get bottled up. And I said that in the regular season. He went off for like 60, and I faded him. I felt like shit. But it's playoff basketball. It's the Lakers. They playing defense again. They got their couple games of rust off. And they're just looking too good out there. LeBron's going to come and end this one very quickly. I just don't see it. I don't like to predict blowouts. I think it's an irresponsible approach in DFS. So let's proceed just in case the game stays close. Caruso is getting more and more confidence as days go on. His minutes has been in the 20s because of blowout possibly. But teams, I mean, he had his 27-point eruption, 7 assists. Not quite sure if I want to chase that. I think that's an anomaly. I don't think it's consistent that way. Rondo is doubtful. Danny Green at 4K. We just have better 4K option. This guy's more there for defense than anything else. I don't think we should go crazy trying to play some Danny Green. If some people like to chase the last game. He got to 27. Is he going to do it again? I don't think so. Caldwell Pope, I think, is probable. So he'll likely play at 3K. We just need about 20 from him. He's done it 2 out of the last 3 games. His floor seems to be 9 to 15. It's throwing darts. Hopefully you hit the target. All right. Kuzma, I don't hate Kuzma tonight, believe it or not. At 5K, I think this is a good Kuzma development game. I just don't know what I'm not the coach, but whatever. The 2 people to look at here are LeBron James and Anthony Davis. At 11K, if you get anything in the 50s from LeBron, you might be a little disappointed. If you get 68 or 73, you're happy. I don't see the need for him to go into that mode. And I think this one will be done. I don't think he'll get any fourth quarter run like that. So I wouldn't pay that for him. Same story for AD. A little bit cheaper. He needs about 60. His eruption game was 65, where he almost triple double, had 3 blocks, 2 steals. This is probably like the best you're gonna get out of him with LeBron on the team. He shot the ball 11 for 18. Um, what's important to note is that as they're getting into deep into the first round, they're gonna have to start preserving his body. His body is not really meant to last. He's not one of those guys that can get you to the finish line like that. Especially with LeBron on the team. They need him to stay healthy for the long run. They're starting to see guys go down. Lowry is down. Lillard is down. So many guys are going down to injuries because playoff basketball requires you to play a lot of games and very hard to give it your all. So I'm discouraged from AD tonight because of that. I feel like it's time to start resting him up. And for that reason, I feel like Dwight Howard is the guy that I want. All right. Less than 4K. He's averaging just about 20. I like to preach don't chase the last game. And that's what I'm kind of doing here. With this 25, it was a massive blowout. That's the only game he got minutes in the 20s. But I feel like his minutes should trend up. I just have a gut feeling at this price that Dwight Howard is what I want, man. On a 3-game slate with so many overpriced players, especially on DK, Dwight Howard is cheaper on DK than he is on Fanduel. And in garbage time, he'll get minutes. When it's not garbage time, he'll still get some minutes. And when he's out there, he works hard, man. He's heavy on the boards. He'll score a little bit. And you know that he can play defense. He hasn't been getting too many blocks and steals, but the opportunity is there, especially with Portland being desperate. And now that there's no Lillard heaving up threes, we probably see some more Melo coming across and he'll put his hands up. I don't know. I just like Dwight Howard tonight. I don't mind taking out Vucevic in a game where I think he's a little overpriced, playing in some Dwight Howard right here. I don't mind doing that at all. All right. And then that's it. For Portland, if you think that they come out and fight and you want to pay 8K for CJ Mack, by all means, go ahead. He does have a 51-point game against them already. So if he comes out with this kind of energy where he takes 20-something shots, which I think he will, and they actually go in and he shoots 50%, he gets the rebounds, which are going to be tough with those big guys in the paint for LA if he gets the rebounds. And I just don't know this guy for getting heavy assist numbers. But let's look at this game against the Clippers. A good defense. He played 30-something minutes. He got 21 shot attempts up. He got his 8 assists. He got just about 30 points. I don't see why you can't do this again tonight. So I do have CJ in one of my FanDuel lineups for the purposes here. And me knowing that he might not even get that much run in the fourth quarter and he has to see Danny Green and some of those good defenders, I'm not in any big press to play CJ. If anything, I'll say take a risk on his backup, Simons, at 4K. He shot 1 for 8 and got right about 20. So if he gets 3 points, if he gets 7 points here, he'd have been in the mid-20s. Trent is a guy that I see need to take a lot of 3-pointers tonight. We know he can shoot the 3. His 3-point percentage is pretty good, so this might be a sneaky game for him. It's a lot of maybes. We don't know what's going to happen here, man. Hizonia had a good last game, but that was garbage time shit, all right? There's been times where he got 21 minutes and still only got to 12. So that might be scary. People love Carmelo. I've been seeing a lot of Carmelo in lineups that people ask me about in my inbox on Twitter. You can trust Melo if you want every other game, so he's due, right? I'm not paying that. I'd rather pay that for Eric Gordon with no Russell Westbrook. Nurkic for 8,600 has been having a hard time against the bigs. He just had a ceiling game of 43. All he does is foul, and Lakers have a lot of people that can impose fouls. Another good value that I like on this game is Wayne Gabriel, man. At bare minimum price, this guy can get you to the mid-15s. If you got a bunch of people in your lineups with high usage, he can get you there. He'll take you there. All right? And then Whiteside at 5K again, I'm just not impressed. I haven't really seen Whiteside touch 30s yet. At that price, I need some 30, 40-point upside, so I don't love it. All right? I don't love it. We're going to fix this lineup up. I'm going to get rid of Giannis just because I want high usage guy that can match Giannis' production. Giannis will get 50, 60, but there's other players who can as well. And some of these players are, like I like Chris Paul. All right? I like the 3-headed attack. Paul, Schroeder, Shai. I love it. I love that attack, okay? We got 14.5 to spend. We want some high usage guy. Let's see who's on our list. Other than the 3, 10, 11K guys, which we already agreed on can affect our lineup. Man, listen, come down off Dwight and PJ for now. Let's get the high guy in. That's not too expensive, right? If I'm going to make a DFS simplified lineup based on my style of playing, and I'm saying stay away from these heavy price guys, get high usage players, let's go back Vucevic. All right? Now we got a little bit more money to spend. We got some high usage guy. We got Vucevic, Chris Paul, we got Shea. Let's see now. Who else is high usage in this mid area now? I mean, we could say Middleton, but I just feel like if Ennis get more minutes, Middleton is bottled up. I'm not too thing about that. Let's see. If you feel like you're gonna get that version of CJ Mack, you might. Nah, that puts us above. I'm not big on CJ Mack anyway. Let's see. Let's go down, 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 down. All right. So the next guy with the usage is Eric Gordon. I would say Stackhouse and Gordon. Stack that whole team, man. Listen, man. Stack House. Put House at the 4. Gordon at the 3. I know he's a little expensive, but again, I'm using strategy. Go heavy on these Houston guys with Harden struggling down there a little bit with what's dude's name? Dort. And we got 43 is the most we can spend. I would say go Tucker, guy Clark. Let's see if there's anybody down here that can do something for us. Let me see if I get cute with some Gabriel, what that gives me money to spend for Howard or Simons. And let's go back Dwight, man. I like Dwight all day. Why not go back Dwight? Go Dwight. Dwight got a little upside to him when he's ready. And then Wayne Gabriel, let me see if there's somebody at 35 that can substitute for him that I might like. It's all a toss up. You go Caldwell Pope if you feel like he can get you there. I just feel like this is gonna be garbage time for Gabriel. And I don't know. I just like it. Gut move. But Caldwell Pope could be up in the discussion. Hazonia if you want to chase it. Nerlens Noel been getting a little bit of run. If he comes on and get whatever, I don't know, Corver starts hitting his threes, you might can go him instead. He's been getting minutes. Opportunity is there. If he gets hot, you can go him. I don't know what else to tell you guys, man. I mean, this is a decent lineup right here. You got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 heavily used players. Forget 6 times. You got 6 players that you know is going to get almost 40 minutes. All right, and then you just punt 2 and just hope to get into that money. That's what I would do. This is the lineup. I think this is actually one of my lineups. Let me see if I'm wrong. Similar. Yeah, I got Harden. Where's my balance lineup? Is it this one? No, I got Giannis on this. I think this is it here, right? But I went Wayne. Yeah, this is it right here. So this is one. I think this is where I got the most money. I did pick this. I had Shy Dennis, Gordon House, Vucevic, Chris Paul, and then 2 little punts. So that was my mind frame last night. And then I just built some other lineups just in case other scenarios played out. But this was the lineup I had last night when I made my lines. And even with the breakdown, I got to stick to it. So that's a good thing, man. Let me see what y'all talking about. I'm having a hard time. Tucker went 3 for 8. Adam, what up, my guy? Thunder. Tucker or Howard on Fanduel. Tucker will get more minutes, more opportunities, more potential to thrive. I would say Tucker, for sure. Portland got smashed with Lillard. What the hell you think happened without him? Play Howard for blowout one and keep it moving. I agree. I'm fading this Lakers game as well. Might play Simons, but that's it. I don't think that's a bad idea. Watch everyone fade the Lakers game and end up being the game needed in tournaments. I mean, I don't think so, but anything's possible. I just don't think so. But you're right. Murphy's law. We can analyze that, and then you'll go out there, and it'll be a whole different story. Simons is a free square. I can't agree with that, man. Trent's been slumming. Yeah, I'm liking that lineup. I like it too. Yeah, I'm stacking the Rockets. Dwight and KCP. Yo, you're gonna need a couple punts. Mine's in that one lineup is Dwight and Gabriel. If you think KCP, go. It's a dart that I'm throwing. I hope I hit the center. I would fade Gordon if Westbrook plays 100%. That's a fact. Today is Harden's birthday. Good for him. Happy birthday. KCP 3,500. Shouldn't you save some salary on short slates? Yeah, that's what I ended up doing. I got rid of all these 11, 12K guys and went to like the high usage guy that's a little bit cheaper. That's what I think. Yep, correct though. Tough for me not to play Giannis. Me too. Got a lot of Giannis exposure, but there's also other guys with high usage that's similar price. Harden over Giannis on his birthday. Okay, go for it. 12 minutes. McGee guaranteed 12 minutes. Get him in there. You know what's crazy? The last game when I was big on Dwight, McGee started going off, and I was pissed. I was like, look at this shit. I'm thinking it's Dwight and it's McGee. The game ended up being to a blowout, and they both matched similar output. It's either or. The only thing is with McGee, he'll get that first half run, and then that's it. You're not gonna see too much more McGee. You're on the right track getting the high usage guys. Yeah, man, I got it. It's not 6 times no more. You're not gonna get 6 times from everybody. You gotta get the guys with opportunities, minutes, and just sit back and enjoy the ride. My Blazers suck. Nah, they alright. They got potential. They just need some fine tuning. They'll be alright. Yo, Doug White, what up? What up? What up? Harden, I know you're watching this. Happy birthday, bro. I hope you watching this. Let's check out FanDuel. Let's build some FanDuel fire. Let's clear this out. Let's clear this out. Let's build some FanDuel fire. For point guard, let it out. Westbrook might play. We just gotta see. Chris Paul 7,900 high usage. I like it. Bledsoe for 64. I like it. I like DJ. Is Simon on the point guard thing or no? 3,500. Why not? No, what's his name? That's a salary relief for beginners, right? We might have to come back and revisit it, but for beginners, Harden price is a little more appropriate here. But let's get the high usage guy, right? We know Shy's getting the usage, and I'm gonna go Dennis for now because the usage is there. Harden is just expensive, but we might get him. We just got to come back and see. Small forward, give me House, 4,800. I need that high usage. Give me Gordon, 5,800. I need that high usage. Power forward. Now here's where I'm like baited to play AD, but I know it's not the right thing to do. All right, so I'm just gonna avoid that urge. I'm gonna go back Jeff Green, high usage. This is high usage. Play the high usage guy. And then if Ennis was PF, I would go Ennis over Clark. But because he's not, I'm just gonna go Clark. Let me see what's down here for me. Hold on. I'm not gonna take Gabriel over Clark when I don't need to. I don't need the salary relief, so I'll go Clark. Clark is pretty safe in my book. For centers, we got the money. We gotta get the high usage Nikola Vucevic. All right, so we got a bunch of usage people in. We got $6,200 to spend. How do we want to do it? Let's start back at the top. Is there a point guard that we are missing, that we feel like we're really missing? Right? I don't feel so. There's no big usage monster here. So let's keep it going. Shooting guard, we can use some James Harden. Can we afford him? If we take out shooter, what's that, 12-2? We got the $600. Sure, let's get Harden. We know that the usage there, he's a monster. We got the, look at this. We sacrificed some shooter, yes, but we got Chris Paul and Shea, the two high usage starters, and then we got the three high usage monsters right here. Boom, boom, boom. For the Rockets. You understand what I'm saying? Like, how could you fail? Look at this lineup. We use Simons for some salary relief, and then we maximized everywhere else. So we got some Harden in there. Small forward, I like the little stack I got going on. I'm gonna keep it. And then I got how much to spend? 600. Let's see. If I I don't want guy. There's no upgrade really. Power forward. Yeah, this is it. This is my line. This is a DFS. I don't think I have this lineup, but based on what I saw with Simons being that's dirt cheap and the opportunity and just the salary relief, I got a strong feeling I gotta make a either gotta make make. I don't like. I don't want to change anything that I made last night because every one of them had a solid approach. But I will um, do something where I can get this lineup in, and I think it's the best lineup. It was easy to make, high usage. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and Jeff Green minutes. Yeah, I like it. Don't give up on Jeff Green, not yet. I mean, stack them rockets, man. Stack them rockets in there. Stuff them rockets in your lineup. Get that money. What do you think about DJ? I like DJ today. As a matter of fact, if I have that $600, let me see something. Let's not get too carried away. How much is DJ on here? 40 what? 48? If I come off Simons and go Augustine, right? I have 700 I gotta relieve for like Simon. What the fuck has Simon done, yo? Let me see something. This guy's a bum, man. Like real life. 17, 17. I could do that for that man price. Yeah, we could do that. We have to come off one of these guys. Let's see. 48 is, let me see, power forwards. Because that's the only position really I'm touching at this point. So we have to start at 48. We have to get off Jeff Greens for Nerlens Noel. I'm not sure I'm comfortable doing that. So then we have to get off Clark for a 3,700 guy. And that's where Gabriel, I mean, whatever. Do I want to do that? Just to play Augustine? 1926, 1925. This fucking guy here end up giving you 10 in your lineup, piss you off. 16-2, nah. I'm not doing that just to play Augustine. I'm good. I like Augustine, but for this lineup that I just made, I'm gonna sit down on some Simons. Let me see who else I'm passing by to get to Simons though, because there's still other people here. Caruso. Mm-mm. Simons can get you massive upside if he gets hot. The talent's there, the opportunity is there. There's no Lillard. I could punt some Simons in there. Why not? That's it. That's it right there. Damn, you make a fire lineup on FanDuel. Yeah, you yo just made it in, bro. Is Westbrook playing? They got him in the starting lineup today. Wait, the news has been updated? Is Westbrook playing? That means everything has to just. Oh my God! Don't tell me Westbrook is playing, man. Is Westbrook really playing? Houston's Russell Westbrook is expected to test his strained quadriceps on the court prior to Game 5 versus Oklahoma today and make a game time decision on returning. Game time decision. Oh my! And is that the first game? I hope to God. So Gordon is out. Westbrook is game time. The Mavs are banged up. What time does that game start? Oh God! Fucking NBA, man. And that's not even the first game. Yikes! That's not even the first game, yo. That's not even the first game. They got Eric Gordon 6K, Westbrook questionable. Oh my God. I don't know what to tell you guys, man. Welcome to the NBA DFS, yo. I told you Simons is a free square. Uh, hey, bro, I think since there's no Lillard tonight, they will put a lot of bodies on CJ. What position do we attack on Los Angeles that will give up the most shots? I don't like that game, period. I like the value. I'm looking at that game for value picks. I don't like that game, man. Told you. Russ is a game time. What if Russ plays? How would that affect your FanDuel line? Um, Man, I probably just leave it and just hope. I don't know what to do. What would I do? The first game would be done. I would have to start making changes. I don't know, man. I don't know. It's stressing me out. Lord. I got a whole bunch of Jeff Green's house. Gordon. It's stressing me out. I don't know. He's playing, in my opinion, and it's Russ. If he, yeah, man. Nah, the second guy. I bet you he plays. Take out Gordon in the house. Yeah, man. Make a backup line if Russ will play. I'll just deposit my money directly into the garbage can today. Withdraw all kinds of. Oh man, let's see. Let's look at if Westbrook play. Let's be responsible. All right. If Westbrook plays, nothing changed for anything. The only thing that changes now, that means I can't pay up for Harden. I can't pay up for Harden if Westbrook plays. Just can't. So at this point, I will have to go down from Harden back to Schroeder. I feel like Schroeder opportunity still there. Harden becomes Giannis, of course, because we know what Giannis can do. And then what I gotta do? I gotta save $300. I take out Gordon. I put in who? Probably turn my attention. Well, Ennis will be done, right? So we won't have that luxury. Ennis will be done. That game will be already started. Even this Giannis game will be already started. So what the fuck? Oh my goodness. I don't know. At that point, I feel safe stacking Anderson Clark. Then I got 1100 to upgrade Jeff Green, but there's nobody to upgrade Jeff Green to. Oh my God. I feel like this is set. You just gotta leave Jeff Green. Hope he's got the. That doesn't affect Jeff Green minutes or anything. I don't think. It will have to look something like this, man. I'll fucking come off Simons because I don't need salary relief. I'll go back to who I know, DJ Augustine. And then I gotta save $200. Where would I get it from? At this point, my new punt would have to be. Let me see. Let me take out this point. At this point, my new punt would be back to Gabriel instead of making what's his name the punt. You gotta have a punt with potential. That's the only chance you really got here, man. I will go back to Gabriel as a punt because power forward is the set that just sucks. How much we got now? 62. What would we do with $6,200? Still, just get back Jeff Green. And then I got 700. What can I do with Ennis with that? 51. Probably still go back house. In the 4K. I don't mind that. This is it, man. I think I'm gonna throw this in a lineup just in case. Alright, let's look at the Draftkings lineup that we made. Definitely gotta get rid of Eric Gordon now. And what's his price? Westbrook if he plays? How much they want for him? 97. You gotta play him for that. Hold on, time out. I'm bugging. If Westbrook plays, we gotta play him. How much is he over here? 94. Come on, you gotta play him. You gotta play him. Forget all this. At that point, I'll get off Vucevic. Leave Giannis. You got Giannis, Westbrook, some high usage guys. 4,300 for a center. How much is Dwight? PJ Tucker. Fuck him. Let me Dwight. So let's see now what we got. We got Chris Paul, Westbrook, Shea, Dennis, Giannis. I'm not gonna play Giannis at all because at this point I want to fade and then we could fade the first game, saying we're waiting for the second game. Remember, these games don't start until 20 minutes after lock. You know what I'm saying? So the whole shit is fucked up because we could say, oh, we're waiting to see and do a strategy. Next thing you know, the shit locks in and we still don't know. Then he's ruled out. We just gave up Giannis and all this shit. Man, this shit is crazy, man. I don't know what to tell you guys, bro. I don't know what to tell you guys, man. I don't I don't know, because we won't get the news before the first game start, and we still probably won't get the news when the second game starts. So I don't know what to do here, man. It's just the NBA bullshit now, man. Let's hope he doesn't play. Keep my lines. I'm not putting another dollar. I was gonna make another lineup, but it's a waste of time, man. I don't know what to do. Follow me on Twitter. I'm gonna sit down. Yeah, the Russell Westbrook news is not gonna come until after that game is locked in already on the DK and Fanduel. So we could wait on the game and see and just fade the first game and kind of play a strategic 2-game slate approach. Still won't know. Still won't know. So follow me on Twitter. I'm gonna sit down, scratch my head, see if I can come up with a technique, and if I do, I'll share it. If not, then good luck to everybody. I'm out of here. Peace. Let me see what y'all saying. I think Carmelo gets to shoot 20 plus today. No, Carmelo. Not for me. Got to pivot to CJ. I don't want to do that. I think they could sit Westbrook and Harden if they are up by a lot in the fourth quarter. I don't see it. I think Thunder's been playing hard. Look, we got to get people who will rebound a lot. If Westbrook plays because of Westbrook and it will throw Harden rhythm off. Yeah, if Westbrook plays, you fade Harden and you play Westbrook. His usage for 9K, he's going to get into the 50s. He's going to get the rebounds. He's going to get his shots. He's going to get to the line. He's going to get the assists. He's going to play the 40 minutes. I don't think he'll play unless he's fully able and ready to play. The Russell Westbrook that I know. It's not going to get you half-ass production. Yeah, it's bullshit. Russ won't be announced until 10 minutes after lock. The Sharks know. All right, take care. Thanks for the stream. No doubt, man. You welcome. I'm out of here. Peace, love, good luck. See how it works out.